Hey everybody, welcome, welcome.
What up? Only 4 minutes late. 3.
Yeah, we were trying. We got some new mics and we were trying them out.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that doesn't matter. It worked on my other computer, but not on this one. We were hoping to live stream from the gallery tonight, but we changed our plans.
Thank
So
goodness.
I had everything set up for the gallery there, and but I didn't test it on this computer. So because
Did you test it on your laptop? And,
yeah, everything
and it worked?
It was ready to go for the gallery,
Oh.
but then we changed plans and.
Gotta work on the fly, babe. Work on the fly. That's how we roll.
Well,
But happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm excited that it's Tuesday night.
man, it's been an exciting weekend. We did our gallery opening, and so many people came out. Like it was nuts. Like I mean, it was so cool. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was nonstop. And surprisingly, I felt like the afternoon, the day was busier than the evening, which was exciting for me because usually with like a bar scenario, you're like, oh, the night's gonna be crazy busy. But our goal is to like really encourage some creativity and just day drinking. So it was really nice to like see people come out and just hang out during the day. But yeah, the whole day was like a massive crowd. I think, yeah, we had my friend Nancy came in from out of town and visited, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, so many people came out. Were being creative. They were making things, doing things. The back room was just packed all day long, and then Sunday was much more relaxed. Sunday was much calmer, but I was super stoked because we had set everything up, and it was really like the first day of the business. Like we've had a soft opening, and there's so much stuff that we haven't done, like so much stuff we haven't rolled out, and so many events we're gonna be doing, and just fun things. So it's like we haven't really even started, but the warm welcome was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Randy says, "Hey there, how are my 2 favorite people tonight?"
Hey, Randy, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah,
man.
good to see you on here. You know what? I'll be honest. I'm a little tired. Which is weird because I took a nap and I never take naps. So I'm a little tired, but I think it's just from the excitement of the weekend and then playing catch up with restocking and all that fun stuff. But excited about all the future like plans we've got coming up. So that's going to be a blast.
Yeah, if we sound low energy, it's just we've been sleeping very little, and like I don't know. This morning I was up at 5. When did we go to bed? At 1?
Why are you up at 5?
Because my legs were hurting.
Oh, babe.
I
Dang,
I have arthritis and all, and I was moving around so much on the opening. And
well, that's true. We were standing and running.
Yesterday they really hurt, like trying to move around to like moving logs But I mean, they loosen up, and I'm not complaining because it was for a good reason. But
true. Well, Carla's with us and says howdy.
Hey, Carla.
Randy says you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. That is accurate.
There you go.
I like that.
Hey, Carla, man. It's so good to hear from you, and we had so much family up at the gallery. Ken was there, and
Ashley and Cody came.
Ashley and Cody.
Your mom and dad. I mean, it was awesome.
Jackie's mom and all. It was a really good time. But I'm so glad you're here. And there's a lot of family that didn't come. Like I'm not. I don't know. It sounds weird. Like I don't know. I just thought. I hope Carla doesn't think I'm saying like. Like, oh man, like you should have been there.
Oh, she'll come up. She'll come up and
no. But I mean, I just know how much you like hanging out with Ken. Like Ken.
Oh yeah.
Ken was there and all that. We would have had it would have been. I don't know. It would have been.
Carla
will
have to drag Wendell up and just to hang out and try our awesome mocktails.
Oh yeah.
That's what needs to happen. But all
good.
It'd be a blast. Well, Steve has joined us. Steve Evans has joined us. Says hello, everyone. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, thank you.
Christine Summers is with us. Says hi from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey. And Carla says, I saw Gary in one of your pics. So, yeah, your dad was in some of the pics that were on the socials.
Oh yeah,
But-
and Barbara Brands came out and took a bunch
Yeah.
of photographs, and she's so talented, so amazing.
Yeah, she's not afraid to get in any people's faces.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah. But it makes it, and people like her. She's just so sweet, and but yeah, she'll get in their faces and take their photos with permission.
For the most part.
Oh.
I mean, it's a public place. I mean, anyway, it's journalism 101.
There
But
you go.
so now that we are officially open, now we start planning.
Yeah.
Now is the moment where we start doing different events. We're pretty jazzed about doing bad movie nights because we found some licensing fixes for that, and just all around like fun art battles and stuff like that. So we're
Yeah,
pretty stoked.
I apologize for my voice. I am so stopped up. Like the wind started blowing today, and something blew in. I've been blowing my nose ever since. But yeah, man, we bought a music license. We've got a movie license, so we can show movies up there. We can show any kind of movies, really. Well, not any kind, but a huge range. But the ones we choose are the bad movies.
Well, of course. I mean, you're not gonna come to the. You're gonna go to the cinema if you want, some sort of James
Yeah.
Cameron flick.
Yeah. So if you want James Cameron, you go to Movie Tavern.
If you want
go to
Samurai
AMC.
Cop, you come to us.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to show like some of the independent films and funny, films that are kind of bad.
Yeah.
If they're bad, you can make fun of them, but if they're good, then they're good. But
Yeah. Well, Randy says if you like mocktails, order the Randy Ray. It's delicious. Remind us, Randy, what is in that, because we have a slew of mocktails going on, and then every once in a while the bartenders will get creative and just ask a person what they like, and then they'll make a mocktail in front of them, and that's pretty cool. And I think that's what happened with Randy when he was up there. So tell us what's in that drink. I'm curious. Linda has joined us, says grand opening was phenomenal. Alice, Dennis, Bruce, and I had a wonderful time, had fun, and bought a t-shirt. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Thanks so much.
thank you.
I'm excited to see you back in there, and we'll get creative, and it won't be so hectic.
Yeah,
So-
and I remember Randy's drink. Like I don't remember what was in it, but I think Kara made it. Maybe.
No, it was Dara.
Oh, Dara made it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dara made it. Okay. Well, their names rhyme, so I was almost right. I feel like I should get a point just for the getting the rhyming name.
He said it's the one that Dara made with the pineapple juice and coconut, but she put other stuff in there too. So, what's funny about this whole mocktail scenario is like, I should say John and I are drinkers, so we haven't given a lot of thought to mocktails, but it's the new craze, and that's cool, and we do have a bartender that doesn't drink, which makes it even cooler because they pay really close attention to that. But there's all sorts of different ingredients that you don't even think about, like tea powders and just weird things that we've had to order off Amazon that we get, and we're like, well, okay, that's going to be interesting in a drink, but then it turns out glittery and pretty and tasty, and which is really surprising.
Yeah,
I
man,
never thought about it that
I've been blown away because I'll be honest, I was a little, I don't know, like I wasn't sure because I thought, well, if it's a cocktail but it doesn't have alcohol, then maybe it's not as good or something. And then
How can that be good?
well, I know, and that's a bad attitude probably to have, but just being honest, I was saying, well, I mean, what's the, I don't know, like, because I mean, I don't drink to get really like buzzed or anything. I drink because I like the flavors and stuff of it. And that's what they were coming up with, though. It's like drinks that never meant to have alcohol in it, but they're just like these crazy, amazing flavors and combinations of things that are just really cool and really fun. And I was blown away. Like I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
just to be completely honest, like but it's the same way. Like if you have a coffee or a tea or something or a soda, you're not going for the alcohol. But for some reason, I always thought, I guess because they're called a mocktail. Which I think is a terrible name because that makes it seem less than a drink that it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like a mock. It's like a joke. It's a joke tale. But they're not. Like they're like, oh my goodness, like they're brilliant.
Layered and pretty and all sorts of stuff. So
like all these
that's
garnishes.
been
Like
fun.
it's just.
And we have like some CBD infused drinks and stuff like that. So if your jam is just not alcohol, there's other options. Which I didn't even think about this until, we started this endeavor, and then there were quite a few people that came through and were like, "Have you, we're not into this, but we'll, we like this." And anyway, it's been a fun thing to navigate. So Randy says she mentioned vanilla and orange peel, and it was so good that I drank 2 of them. Megan Fox joins us, says, "Hola, wonderful folks. Wonderful to see you, my friends." And
Hola.
she had me at vanilla, and says, "I'm sipping on sassafras tea."
Ooh, yum.
See, like, it's all the teas. Like, I like tea, but I drink, my tea of choice, because I'm not educated in teas, is Lady Grey. I like that.
It's like an Earl Grey, but a little different.
With a little citrus bit in it. But then when Elle, the non-drinking bartender that we have, she came in and she had this slew of like different teas, and I was like, I have never heard of this. So
we actually have 2 non-drinking bartenders right now.
Oh, that's true, Lauren.
Well,
yeah.
Lauren's on a diet where she's not drinking anything.
Yeah, she's like taking a break or something.
But Elle just doesn't drink, and but yeah, one of the teas that Elle wanted was butterfly pea powder, which sounds like powdered insect urine, but it's not. It's like a pea pod pea.
Yeah, it's the flower.
But
It's not anything to do with the butterfly.
Which told me she wanted pea powder.
Yeah.
I have to say, I thought it was like dried up urine or some creature.
Yeah.
You want a what now?
It's always something interesting. But anyway, it went off the hitch without a hitch. I mean, it was the grand opening. I mean, there were hitches to be had. I don't know.
Yeah, and we we have charcuterie boards we haven't rolled out. There's so much stuff we haven't rolled out, but oh my goodness, like I just can't. It's been awesome, and sorry if I don't know if I sound enthusiastic. I'm so stopped up, but I mean, I'm so excited because now that we're open, it's like the end of the beginning, and now we can actually start this stuff. Like Jackie and I were talking about all these different things, like the movie night things, and these sketch nights. I mean, just all this stuff where it's like art battles, and you have like artists that are going to be like battling it out, and other people can come in and sketch too, and you've hired models to come in and dress up like different characters or themes or stuff, and then you have a DJ that's not just like whenever you say a DJ, like I was mentioning a DJ to Jackie earlier, she's like, well, we don't really have a place to dance. And I was like, oh no, I mean that kind of DJ. I mean like somebody that's spinning vinyl records. It's like Frank Sinatra and and all these different things and stuff from the 70s and 60s. It could be like the Doors,
Yeah.
but not necessarily like, here's a hot one from Ella Fitzgerald. Pico, pico, pico. Wah, wah. I don't mean that. But it could be, but that's not what I was meaning.
Well, Megan says allergies. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love Earl Grey with lemon. Lady Grey is basically Earl Grey with a bit of citrus. And then says, but I had to show love, butterfly kisses to you. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, thank you.
Randy says, it's a wonderful place. Frank Sinatra is my favorite. So.
Heck yeah, old blue eyes.
Old blue eyes. But we should play some trivia.
Let's do it.
Okay. What is your genre of choice?
So we did general last time.
General, dictionary, entertainment, history, food and drink, geography, science, and nature.
What are you leaning towards?
Gosh, when we start to get creative with like different things, it goes awry quickly. Part of me thinks though science and nature.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're doing it. We're going. Okay, here we go.
It could go awry, but
It's gone awry.
I feel optimistic.
Nope, it's gone awry.
Oh.
Here, let me wait. Let me get the screen.
Man, I've been so excited though, because like one of my favorite things is to hear people doing things, and I don't know, guys. Like, so hopefully next week our idea is that we're going to actually be live streaming from the gallery, and we're closed on Tuesdays right now, so we can just give you guys a tour, show you things. Man, I can't wait till we have like actual live music. Oh, and Randy said like him and his friends would play. I don't think I've gotten back to you, Randy. I apologize. Man, we've been sleeping so little, and but I appreciate that so much.
No, I'm excited.
I would love to have you guys out.
Yeah, all that trivia, the works. We're going to do it all.
Trivia,
So-
yeah, that'd be fun.
First question. What is the disease often abbreviated to MS?
Oh, that's easy.
Do you want to give the guess before I read all the options?
Sure. Let me see. I was trying to come up with a funny thing, but that's right. I'm so stopped up.
There's nothing funny
The-
about MS.
The allergies are pressing against my funny center, I guess. But multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, like, I don't know,
Well, that's A.
Maine Squad. I don't know. I was trying to think of like cat. All I could think of was
Or it could be malignant cell syndrome or mandible syndrome or melanoma symptom. Do you think you know what it is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go with it. Let's do it. Okay. All right, let's see how high we can. Good job. You should know this because you're a nerd. Ganymede is a moon on which planet?
Isn't it Jupiter? Or is
Well,
it
I mean,
Saturn?
It's
Your
your
it's either
option.
Jupiter or Saturn.
Your options.
Ganymede, Europa.
Is that how you pronounce it? Ganymede.
Ganymede.
Oh, okay. Ganymede.
Ganymede. That's why I say
Ganymede.
Ganymede.
You got Saturn, Venus, Jupiter,
The
Earth.
Ganymedes. That's the way the guy on the. Ooh, are they gonna have another What We Do in the Shadows? Like, are they?
They better. They better.
Because that guy, he would be like Ganymede.
And I will say, the latest season of Picard I have heard, which we have not watched yet, is phenomenal. Like it is the season we needed.
Oh really?
I've heard it's like, it is officially like back. I mean, this is the last season, of course, but it's officially like okay, it's
Oh, thank
It's-
goodness. That's good.
it's the good Star Trek again.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna say Jupiter.
Okay, let's give it a try.
think
That
it's
seems to be
Jupiter.
the consensus.
Well, I think so. That's
Very good crowd. In maths, what are vulgar and proper types of?
Oh boy.
Ooh. Dirty. What do we got?
What are the
Sums,
options?
fractions, teachers, or percentages?
Huh. I had a pretty vulgar, dirty teacher.
Not the one that wore a see-through sweater. We're not talking about that.
Oh no, she was awesome.
Oh, is that how that worked?
Yeah, no, yeah, that was right proper.
That was right, bro.
No, I had a. No, she wasn't vulgar. I was kidding. But I did have a math teacher that quit teaching math, and she opened an ice cream place. Her name
Oh.
was Miss Torque.
I thought you were gonna say she opened like an OnlyFans. Like,
I hated her so much in the beginning.
really?
And by the end of the year, she was the best. Like, I loved her
Because
so
she
much.
brought you ice cream?
No. That's when she was still a math teacher, but she would just she made you do the work and all, and I wasn't very good at math, and I just did not like her. Then by the end of it, I just loved her.
That's good. That's good.
Maybe that means I'm a little masochistic.
Well, you got the options are sums, fractions, teachers, percentages.
Let's see, a proper fraction. Oh, proper fraction. Let's say proper fraction.
I mean, the majority of
Is
the
there-
crowd seems to think it's fractions.
I
Although
think so.
Randy says I've had a few dirty, vulgar teachers. Wait, don't
Yes.
read that. Oops, sorry. All right, so you think it's fractions, huh?
Yeah.
I bet
think
you're
so.
right.
Kind of knows.
Yep. Okay, which one is the odd one out? Tuna, dolphin, dungong, or sea otter?
Oh, tuna.
Because it's
Final
not a
answer.
mammal?
Yeah. Yeah, the others I think are mammals. But I will be completely honest.
What's a dungong?
That's what I was going to be honest about. I halfway think that's a video game from the 80s, but it's called Dig Duck.
Dig Dug. I'm pretty sure they misspelled that. It's Dig Dug.
But a dolphin and a sea otter are mammals, and a tuna I know isn't. So I'm thinking the Dig Dug guy might be.
Okay, a dolphin and a sea otter are mammals. Okay. All right. I think you might be right. Let's give it a try. That's the majority of the crowd seems to think that. Very
A
good.
dugong is not the chicken of the
A
sea.
dugong. Which is a cod-like fish.
Uh-oh.
You got, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Haki, Haft, Hapu, Haka. And I could have massacred every one of those.
All those sound like really good names for
Sushi.
Yeah, sushi
I would eat all
or
that.
a sled dog, like a.
Oh, that is a good name for a sled dog. Haka, Hawk,
Haku.
Hawk, maybe Hake.
I don't know. I guess for a football dog, I don't know. I meant, what is it you say to get a mush? Like, but you know, like you like, hey, I don't know. Get the
Mush?
dog's fun. Mush. I don't know. I don't know. A cod-like fish. I don't know.
This would be a complete guess. I don't even have an inkling of what this could be.
I bet if Randy's still here, I bet he has an inkling.
Well, he says hockey or hockey or hawk
That's
or hake.
what I'm thinking too. It's the only one that I kind of recognize.
Hmm.
I'll have to call it Hakey.
Hakey?
I have a piece out there, Hakey.
All right, are we trying that one?
Okay.
Hockey. That's it. Very
Yay.
good. All right. What is a camel's hump made of?
Regret.
Regrets. Terrible. You got water, bone, fat, muscle.
I think it's made of fat.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Doesn't it depend on the camel?
it's not filled. I mean, you.
I mean, it's not necessarily.
I don't think it's
water.
like a pocket. They can just fill it
No.
with whatever they want. It's like,
You just stuff this in my Mary Poppins
what you-
hump.
Daphne, I told you not to fill your hump with bric-a-brac and Tic Tacs. So thirsty. Well, I mean, I think the old wives' tale is that it's like water, you know. But I think it's energy, it's fat deposits. I think I could be completely wrong.
Where do they keep all their water?
Well, I mean, I think it's like stored in the energy and.
In the fat?
Well,
Isn't that a trick question then?
I don't know. I mean, it's like I think a camel's hump is made of fat,
Okay.
but the moon is made of cheese.
Cheese. Yeah, I agree.
But not green
I agree,
cheese.
100%. Let's try fat. Very good, crowd. That was
All
the
right.
favorite as well. What type of plant does the heart stimulant drug digitalis derive from?
Oh, I know this. I think.
Yeah, because you're a nerd, and is this something you learned in nursing school?
No, it's something I learned when I was studying to be a naturopathic physician.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh, Fred's joined us. Says, "Oh no, I almost missed you." All good.
Hey, Fred.
You know where to find us.
I think it's Foxglove.
Foxglove, look at you. So the options are Buttercup, Lady Slipper, Gladioli, or Foxglove.
Lady slipper is something I put on when no one's looking, and I've got a matching rope. I like to put on my lady slippers.
Did you ever, when you were little,
after I get out of the hot tub.
after you get out of the hot tub? And I'm curious out there, how many of you guys, so when I was little, we would go pick buttercups from the road.
Would you rub them on your nose?
You rub them on your nose, and it was like a yellowy powder, but it smelled like, it was a sweet sort of buttercup smell. I don't know how to describe that any better
I
than
would
that.
rub it on my nose, but it smelled like a sneeze to me.
It did not smell like a sneeze to me. But buttercups were like,
They're
it's a
awesome.
good memory.
Ladybugs and buttercups. That sounds like a country song. Ladybugs and buttercups and
Oh my god.
old red dogs in your pickup trucks.
Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Wow. Lack of sleep has done you well. Okay. All right, so Foxglove is your pick, huh? Very good.
Bing,
Okay.
bang, bong.
Oh, you should know this. You're a big nerd. What year did the first person go into space? And I'll let you guess without giving you the options just yet.
Clearly, Jackie, you're not aware that it was a a hoax perpetrated by Disney. I didn't mean to
You're
say.
like, nobody's gone to space.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Space. It's a flat Earth. Unless you fall off that red edge, no one's going to space.
Fred says when Gene Wilder eats the buttercup at the chocolate factory, it looks yummy.
Ooh.
I love me a good buttercup.
Wow. Yeah. And I mean, I love Johnny. I love me some Johnny Depp, but I love Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I heard that he wouldn't take the role, except if he was allowed to do a little somersault when he introduced himself.
Really?
That was like a condition.
That seems like why not go for more?
Well, he decided for the character. That was really, it was an important thing because like it told you a lot about the character from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's like his movement and all. So like when he walked out,
Okay.
it wasn't normal. It wasn't like a normal handshake or whatever. It was a somersault. Like who does that? Like what the heck?
That's
Isn't that funny? So he thought, but I guess it might be like one of the things like what was that band that they wanted all their jelly beans separated?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
But the thing was, it wasn't that the band really cared about having the M&Ms or jelly beans. I think it was M&Ms. I think it's like I forget what it was.
Oh, it was just that they read the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They checked things because it was like back in the 70s and they weren't sure like if the stages were going to be okay. I mean there was a lot of iffy kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So if they actually separated the M&Ms, then they knew that they actually went through the contract and checked all the safety stuff and everything. Like everything was good.
Well, Randy says
Isn't that smart?
he wanted to do that because he thought once he'd done it, you'd never know when he was lying or not later in the movie.
Oh, see, man, that's cool.
Randy's a nerd too.
I'm thinking 58. Although
Really?
61. Well, I want to say that Gagarin or whatever went before the 60s, and that's what really spurred JFK on. But it might have been 61.
See, I feel like it's 61.
But it
I
might have
don't-
been Sputnik that was like 58.
It's going to be a trick question. Well, Fred says, I heard no one got paid for the original movie, that only got the endorsements that came from the popularity.
Really? That's interesting.
And Randy says he wanted the audience to be uncertain about him throughout the film, and he says nerdy is the new sexy.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so you're thinking 61-58. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I'm kind of there in that.
The majority of the crowd has kind of settled on 61.
I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking I might be confusing the first man in space with the first satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do 61.
Oh my gosh. We got it.
Wow.
Way to go.
I don't think we've missed one so far.
Let's not jinx it.
Did I
Let's
just
not-
jinx it?
You did. You just jinxed it.
If we
Okay.
get this one wrong, it's all on me at this point.
Referring to television, what does the D stand for in the abbreviation HDTV?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, you're like, oh, thank goodness. Do you want to tell me what it is before?
Dimensionality.
Yes, delusional.
High dimensionality television verse. Televerse.
Televerse.
High dimensional televerse.
High distinguished
Yeah.
televerse. So,
Definition.
direct. Oh, dimensional. Okay.
No.
What?
Definition.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't get it wrong.
No.
What if I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing? That would be terrible.
It'd be on you. At least it wouldn't be on me that time.
Okay, definition. We're going with it.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. Which of these animals is not a hermaphrodite?
Oh.
Hermaphrodite. A slug, a squid, a leech, or an earthworm. Go.
Let's quit.
How do you know this? You said it with such confidence.
Oh. Book smarts, baby.
Because it's in water. Wait, no, leeches and water. I don't understand. Where's your science for this?
I can't think of the taxonomy of a worm and all that. Like, I don't know, whenever we were doing science with Jack,
No, yeah.
I want to say like a slug, a leech, or earthworm, they're all kind of similar. You know, but the squid is actually, it's a more complex life form. It's got a lot more going on. But I don't remember the class of that animal, but it's more complex.
Okay. All right. I believe you.
I feel like Austin Powers.
All right, squid.
Okay.
Very good. All right, we got 100.
Wow.
We got 100 people.
We're amazing.
We should quit while we're ahead. Way to go.
Man.
Slow clap.
Should we do another one?
No, because we got 100. We should quit while
Yeah,
we're
but
ahead.
we're on a roll. Maybe it's double or nothing.
I don't think that's how this works.
That's not how it works.
I think we would risk our perfect record.
All right. Well, you
We
might
have to
be
learn
right.
how to go out on top.
You might be right. And sorry, I'm not paying stuff tonight, guys.
Tell us what's going on behind you. Just a little bit. You don't have to give too much information.
Chaos. There's
Chaos.
I'm working on a mural for a children's hospital. Well, no, I mean this is one drawing of it. It's actually many panels, and this is one panel, but it goes way up, and
way out.
and way out, way up, way out. So, but yeah, I'm working on that, but this is just one panel of more panels.
One of more panels. Well, Mike has joined us. This is how was the grand opening. It was great. It was absolutely great. It was super busy. The staff that we have, the bartenders, absolutely kicked ass. I could not be more proud of them. And it seemed like everybody had a good time and they loved the concept. So, I mean, I can't say any more about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a success, and hopefully it continues to be. And we're gonna switch things up and change art around, and have events and do crazy things. And so I would say right now we're on the right track.
Yeah. Everything is going great. Like
Yeah.
the reception has been phenomenal, and and the only thing that we have rolled out right now is the actual bar, and that's just one part of the whole space, really. Like, I mean, people come in and do DIY kits and painting, so we do have that as well. But all the other stuff, like the charcuterie boards and the lessons and the special nights and being an event space for people and all that, none of that is rolled out yet, and it's already been really great. So
Yeah, you know what's funny is I was looking today at our back end office area where you can see like what people have bought and what's happening, and I was a little surprised at the amount of canvas people have bought. Like, since we've opened, that was the biggest surprise of all this. Is that sure we have like little art, we have DIY projects, whatever. We have canvas, we have paint station, all this stuff, but it has been super exceptionally awesome and fun to see people like, oh wow, I can just get a canvas and start painting, and this has taken off. And so I was looking at the numbers, and I was a little blown away by like the amount of canvas that we've sold, because people just want to come in and freestyle paint.
Don't keep us waiting. What's the number?
Well, higher than
I mean,
what
do
I
you
thought
know
it
the
would
number?
be. I mean, like 1,000.
1,000 canvases?
No, $1,000.
Oh.
Canvas.
No.
It's like
I was
canvas.
like, holy crap. We can only fit like 50, 75 people in the place.
No, but like $1,000 worth of canvas, we've only been open for a short period, and people have come in and been like, that's how much people just want to freestyle paint.
That is surprising.
I mean, and that's only the canvas. We have like wood burning, little crafts, we have DIY, we have all sorts of things, but yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
When you said how many canvases we sold, I thought you would give a number of how many canvases.
I mean, I could if I did, divide that by 8.
Yeah.
And then there you go.
That's amazing.
But
that's really cool, man.
Randy says, John, can I get a copy of your book from you?
No.
No. We can't even get a copy of the book for ourselves.
Yeah, no, man, I would totally give you a copy. I don't have one, and the publisher for it, they got bought by another publisher who got bought by another publisher, I think. But the second publisher didn't do biographies, so they didn't really care about any of the biographies. And then the next company, I don't. It's a big mess, but
Yeah,
but we're
I'll
having a
talk to you
hard
about
time
Randy.
getting a hold.
It's-
And we've talked
it's
to
nuts.
the agent, we've talked to the different people, and just getting a hold of the publisher to.
Well, and I've done like some insane hunting down of people to talk to with this, and it basically has come down to the contract is they own for as long as it is okay. This is something to be I would say be aware of if you're putting a book out there, is that in your contract you should be, and you wrote this book like over 10 years ago. So digital books weren't like a massive sort of thing like audiobook, or not audio, but just any sort of digital version of a book. Well, so when a publisher has the rights to your book, they'll have it for as long as they want to print it, or it makes sense financially for them to print it. But now that books can be digital, there's no cost to printing, so they will keep an copyright inevitably. And so we've kind of fallen into this trap of they're never going to release the copyright because it's why? It's financially like logical for them to just hold on to it, and if there's ever a scenario where they need it, they have it digitally. So we're kind of in this state where unless you want to rewrite the book, rewrite your entire life story.
No, well, I do want to write a new book because that's really old and a lot of, and honestly, and I don't really promote the book. I'm proud of it, and it definitely tells I like it, and the whole reason for writing the book was because I know whenever I was going through the sight loss and stuff, hearing other people's stories really helped me, and I just thought, man, one of these days I want to be part of the dialogue. Like I want to put something out there, but they were supposed to make it into Braille. They were supposed to make it an audio version, and they didn't do that. They dragged their feet, and it is just so. I don't really promote the book because people with disabilities who are visually impaired can't access it, and I just think that's crappy, and from the publisher and all. But I'm not I don't mean to like throw shade at them or anything, because the publisher that had it like instantly got sold to another and got sold to another, and
Yeah.
so I mean, and it's funny because like you got the publisher house we worked with, I think was really cool, I think, but I mean, if it stayed there, it might have happened. Something might have been different, but it kept getting bought by these bigger. Well, it was a pretty big publishing house, but it kept getting like acquired by these other things that
Yeah.
were buying the publishing house for other stuff, other reasons, like for other lines of books, not autobiographies and stuff. And they didn't really care about them, and they just let the autobiographies kind of go, which it seems like a bad business practice to me. But
I mean, the majority of the books I read are autobiographies.
honestly, like, but I got paid for the book, and I'm happy with that. So
And you're like, I'm
that's
out.
good. But it's just that I wanted it to be. The whole reason for the book was that it was supposed to be
Yeah.
a voice out there for people, somebody that if they wanted to hear it, if they needed to hear it. So I want to write another book, and this time, knowing all that, because I'm not bitter about any of that. I mean, I learned a lot, and honestly, like I went to school for creative writing and all this, and I was going to get my master's in it, and this came up, and it was like, well, I was getting paid. I thought the way I viewed it, it was like I was getting paid to learn all the inroads of publishing a book, like working with agents, working with editors after editors, oh my goodness, and all this stuff, and working with a professional house and all these different things.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was cool. So it was like I was getting paid to learn, which was very opposite of most of my school, where you pay them so much and learn. And so I thought, well, this is cool. So if I didn't get anything out of it except an experience and I was learning stuff, I was happy with it. But if I do it again, though,
You do it a little
I
different.
did learn some things. So
now you know.
Yeah, so I want to do it in a way where it's accessible to everybody, because that's really important to me.
Yeah.
But sorry, Randy, for the whole
Well,
diatribe on all that. But But no, I don't have any right now. Like I'm having a hard time getting copies myself.
Well, I will
Then you
say,
can order them on Amazon
yeah, you can
for
order
like
them on
$25
Amazon.
a pop.
For-
But don't do that. Jeez.
Well, Randy says it's available on Kindle, but I thought it would be fun to interview you on my channel for the book. And I will say, like, I have obviously I have a copy of the book.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, yeah.
See, that's the thing too. I can't even. I mean, I have the copies that I wrote and stuff.
No, I mean, like, but
but
there's
like the physical copy, I can't read it anyway because it's not accessible.
well, right.
So,
But I mean,
so
like,
I just
I
give
have
them out. Like as soon as I get them, I give them
for
away.
nostalgia reasons. I have an
Oh, that's
absolute.
sweet. Oh,
Of
aren't you a
course.
sweetheart?
I mean, oh my gosh. Anyway, of course I have one copy. I mean, regardless, you can get it on Amazon. But Randy, if you just wanted to read it, we have a copy, and you could interview John on your channel, and that would be a blast. I think that is an absolute.
I probably have a
Awesome
digital
idea.
copy I could send you too.
Yeah,
In
no,
fact, I
we-
started sending like because
Yeah.
the publisher wouldn't do it. If somebody with a disability wrote me, I would just send them a digital copy for free.
Yeah, it was
So
ridiculous.
that way, if they needed, so. But
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Well,
yeah.
Fred says, according to that logic, speaking of earlier with the quiz we just took, I would like to go gambling with John.
Oh,
Oh,
let's do it.
let's do it. And then Mike says, the place looks beautiful. Thanks. I'm excited for you to come out.
Thank you, Mike.
And Fred says, my friend has a publishing company, which would be great. I mean, we have no freedom with this book, unfortunately.
I'm
Like,
gonna write a new book.
yeah, I mean, it's really going to come
but
down
the
to
new
that.
book's gonna be. The last book, I was really happy with. I worked really hard
Yeah.
on it, and what's funny too is that I gave the editor like co-authorship,
Yeah.
but really the big reason for that is because I wrote the whole book. It was just that she edited it out because I wrote like 800 pages.
Yeah.
And and I was
needed
learning,
an
and she
editor
taught me a lot
bad.
about editing. She taught me a lot about stuff, and I figured that I don't know. It didn't seem fair. I mean, like I wrote the book, but it didn't seem. I wanted her to get
Oh, yeah,
credit
yeah, yeah.
too for all the work that she did.
Well, and that's pretty common for, like, there to be
most
editors,
most of the time though, when you do that though, the other person's actually written it too, and I
Well,
just edited. But
kind of, yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Fred says we can talk about the publisher situation. That would be awesome. I mean, heck, man, you don't have enough on your plate. You should totally write another book. Edward has joined us, says pineapples or Arenos comosus are a tropical fruit that are native to South America but are now cultivated in many tropical regions around the world. They are a member of the bromeliad family.
Oh,
So, interesting. Okay. And Randy says, time to write a new book. I can help, because he's a nerd. And,
well,
Fred-
Randy, if you just want to ghostwrite it, man,
You ain't got nothing to do. Let's do this.
It could be great because, like, you just go, you go nuts. Like, whenever I began my ninja training,
Ooh.
although it's not ninja training, I just stuttered.
You, yeah.
Triple ninja. I was a regular ninja. I was a ninja. It's like the super secret ninjas you never heard of. Extra nin.
There you go. Well, and Fred says, I'm recording an audiobook for my friend right now. That's cool. Like, I
Man.
always thought that would be kind of cool to do. And I've seen this on TikTok where it's like you can make extra money by reading books to an audio so that they're available for an audio. And I always thought that would be kind of cool because, I mean, I don't want to do voices or anything, but I could hang with doing some wacky, like, book reading. I could do that.
Man,
I'm down.
books for the blind. There's a bunch of readers that would do it, but you listen to enough of them. I don't listen to those anymore. I listen to regular stuff, but the screen readers because it's much faster. But you would get like the same reader sometimes, like because they would they hire people to read these books and they would record them and they do tons of books, so you get the same reader.
Yeah.
And there was this one, and I know you've probably heard this story, but there was this one lady, and I was really into histories and to Greek mythology and all this, and there was like this English lady, and she would be like, Hercules, blah, 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 and all that, but, you get used to her voice, and then I got this one detective novel, and it was really smutty, like I had no idea, like all this stuff, it was just like, oh, the detective, blah, 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 and then you get into it, and you're like, holy crap, like, wow, this is like a smut book, sort of, but it's for the blind. It's a blind smut book. But it was that lady, and it was all
that's
this
funny.
dirty. It was like, bleepity, bleep, 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 bleep. But it was
like,
our
I'm
same
not
voice.
comfortable with this.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this seems so wrong. It's just, because, she just had this really cultured voice. She was like an older lady.
That's
And you
hilarious.
just, had this mental image of her, and then suddenly she's just like this foul mouth and whatever, and which, could be kind of a titillating thing, but it was just sort of, it was like a 180, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like, but also I thought, that's pretty cool, like, she has a range.
Yeah. Well, I
Way
think it's
more
interesting
range
now,
than-
like, I think it's, back in the day, and maybe, it's, there's specialty books or something, but back in the day, it was like, audiobooks are literally just the story read to you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then when Jack was growing up and we were having to really engage him and get him like interested in reading past the dyslexia and listening to books and all that stuff, we started to do a lot of audiobooks that like all of a sudden were little mini like audio films, like there was a Star Wars book that we listened to and it had all the electronic sounds and the pew pew, and the space sounds, and I was like, this is next level. Like, this is, like, next level for audiobooks. And so, I mean...
You know what's weird, though? It is next level, but it's also, whenever I was a kid in the 70s, late 70s, very, very, very late 70s.
Oh, I'm sure. Just the latest of the 70s.
Let's just say 80s, because it was so,
no,
it was so
let's
late.
not say the 80s.
And, no, but I was like 5 or 6, and then it was the 80s, and then I had these 45 records that were stories. It was like Star Wars and everything, and it was the same thing. They had all the sounds and stuff, so it was almost like they had it, and then they lost it for a while. Like when Amazon started having their.
Oh, yeah.
They would just have somebody read a book. But it was like, man, they really had it down, though. Back then when they had these little 45 records.
Yeah.
And you would have, like, Spider-Man. You would have all these different things. And they would, like, Peter Parker, get there. And they would have all the sounds and stuff. But then you would read a book and it would be like, just...
Yeah.
And Mr. Peabody walked down the road. It was just...
Well, Fred says now you would have to write an audiobook, right? Because you dictate it to a machine that types for you. You
That'd
can
be
answer
cool.
that.
That'd be cool.
No, I mean, that's not how you write, though.
Oh, no, I type. But because I have the screen readers on my computer.
And you knew how to type before you lost your eyesight, so you can type fast. I mean, in normal and...
Yeah, I don't type that. Maybe 80, 90 words a minute, something like that.
I mean,
but
so yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Although, I will say dictating to the computer is pretty awesome nowadays. Like,
I do too. Yeah, I like that. Except the autocorrect can get weird. I was doing
you
a
have
business.
to go back.
I was doing a business, a business message that I was sending back to somebody. It was like, "Oh, I really enjoyed meeting and I really enjoyed coming out, and the keynote was great, and it was so great to meet everybody, and I love being there and doing the talk, and I hope you have a great day. F you." At the end of it, except it said the words. I don't really talk that way. I don't know why the autocorrect would do that.
why would it do that?
And then just at the end, F you.
F you.
and then I wrote her, and then I happened to read it back, and then I wrote her back, and it was like, "I'm so sorry, it was autocorrect." She wrote back, "I figured, ha ha ha."
Nice.
It's like,
Well, Randy says it's on A-Books, so I'm going to get a few copies there. You can autograph them for me. Speaking of your book.
Oh man.
He says that will be fun. That would be awesome. He has got a book review channel that is gaining some steam. That is pretty awesome.
Man, that's cool.
So if anybody out there wants to check out Randy's channel, you should do it. He's the literate Texan, and he used to own a bookstore, so he is all about the books, if you have any questions. Kylie Sykes joins us and says, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Thanks for tuning in."
Oh, hey, Kylie.
Fred says, "It's interesting. I'm just recording. She is reading, but it's very much a performance." Speaking of what he's doing with this audiobook.
That's really
So
cool.
that is really cool. And then says, "Yeah, sometimes the captain on the show here is funny." So I guess maybe like they're doing all sorts of different, like, that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's next level with like books. Just You're not just reading it. It's one person reading it. It's like a play.
Man,
A radio play.
That's really going old school. It's like have you guys ever heard any of the old radio dramas?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Isn't that cool? I mean, that's the way it used to be. It'd be like, like it was a foggy day in London with the ships going by. Mr. Swinson, come here, ching, ching, ching. Here's all the. It was a play.
Those are awesome. Like I took
I
Jack.
don't know why I'm coming up making up a fake play. I'm tired, guys. I apologize.
You didn't go with us to this, but I took Jack to a thing called it was like, I don't know, it was Robot Monster or something, Attack or something, but it was a series of shows, and it was basically you go to see this play performed in front of you, or this stage performance, and it's not a play, it's a folly of sorts. So they're on mics, but they have all these sound things, these things that create sound around them, and next level for our times, behind them they have a huge screen, projected screen of digital imagery that kind of goes with the scene. So it was all about like this monster that was taking over something, and robots came in and saved it. It was years ago, but it was so cool because you just could listen to the story and watch these images, but the actors were in front of you doing it into mics and messing with stuff on their desks, and it was comical and all this stuff, and Jack absolutely ate it up. But
that's so cool.
I mean, heck man, that is a fun business, I would say. That looks fun.
That's really cool. Critical Role, that D&D, like YouTube show that's now a cartoon and everything.
That's really good.
They do a live show where they'll go to conventions and stuff, and they'll fill out a theater of people, and they'll just play D&D, but they're kind of acting out the parts. And those are kind of fun to listen to because whenever they're in front of, because they're all actors, and whenever they're in front of a live audience, they're a little more animated. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're always animated, but it's a little more so. And I don't know, that's kind of cool. It's like the old radio drama.
Yeah. Well, Fred says, or says, I'll check it out, Literate Texan, yeah. And again, his name is Randy L. Ray, the Literate Texan. And Randy says, I love radio dramas. Fred says, or Fireside Theater.
Oh,
That's cool. And then Carlos says, I listen to scary stories on YouTube.
Oh, I do too.
I do too. I listen to, actually, not on YouTube. I listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of
True crime?
murderous podcasts.
Oh.
Not like.
Is it kind of like Murders in the Building, but real ones?
Yes, real ones, but not. It's very historical. It's not like not now. It's usually like Roman or royal murder. Old history stuff that's like stories that have never been told about, like the royals.
That's cool.
Throughout the world.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's called Noble Blood is my favorite podcast, but check it out, people. It's pretty good. She writes some really good stuff, and she's got a great voice to just chill to. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's brilliant.
Well, Fred says fun stuff. I agree. That's pretty much the show, people.
I forgot to start the show.
Wait, oh my gosh, you never did.
I know. But we need like a new intro because
we
like
we need to do everything. We should reinvent all this.
We used to be Jurassic Art Measures, but that isn't happening anymore.
What should we be now?
Pups in Training.
No.
The Yellow Dog. Yeah, the Yellow Dog Treat Hour.
I like Treat Hour.
No.
Something.
Just John. Sponsored by
Johnny John John.
Just John with Jackie.
I get to be in it. My name gets to appear. How sweet.
The Johnny John John show with Jackie.
With Jackie.
With Jackie.
Okay. Anyway, guys, well.
Yeah, but your name won't be on the page. There'll just be a voice going, with Jackie.
And it'll probably cut off right before it. Yeah.
With Jackie. I don't know, but something, because we'll probably start doing it up at the Yellow Dog.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll switch. The dog is taking away my camera. That's weird. Anyway, we'll switch it up. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. even when we're exhausted, we appreciate seeing you on here and following along with us and playing trivia and just mentally regrouping on Tuesdays. We really appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah. Share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Next week we'll actually have more stuff to show you guys, and hopefully we'll be up at the gallery, and maybe we can give something away.
Yeah. Well, and
we have T-shirts. We give away a T-shirt.
That's
look,
a great
I'm wearing
idea.
a T-shirt. Look.
I'm wearing a T-shirt too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm wearing the T-shirt that we had.
Are you wearing my
right
T-shirt?
No. You're wearing the next.
We have 2 shirts, so we were showing both shirts.
Yeah. Yes.
While we're modeling, okay, mine says "Good art, good times, good dog,"
and then on the back.
and then it has a. I can't. If I spin around, it's just gonna show the back of the chair.
On the back, it's got the logo.
Well, what's on the back of mine? It's probably on the front of yours.
So on the front of mine is the logo of the place. I will say these shirts are a bit different because it has that plasticky, like you can feel it, and those are like, ink. I don't know what it is imprinted on it.
Mine feels sexy.
Yeah. Well, I like mine because it's baseball and I like baseball tees. So
I do too.
I wear these all day long.
Yeah.
But Mike says, what days and hours is the art bar open? We are right now. We are open Wednesday and Thursday and from 4 to midnight. Friday we're open from 4 to 2. Saturday is 12 to 2. Sunday is 12 to 8. And then we're closed on Monday and Tuesdays.
But that's going to change. We're going to start opening up on Tuesdays really soon.
Yeah,
and we'll probably start opening at 2 or something.
Yeah. Well, we're going to feel it out to see what, if we can get people in the door for different things at that time, that'd be good. And we'll eventually have charcuterie boards. That will help a lot. So.
Yeah.
And then Fred says, check out that. It's hilarious radio theater. Thanks. And, I like Jackie's shirt. Thank you. What's up?
Well, thank you guys. And
what size do you wear? Just tell me. Shh.
And I still don't know how to end a show, but here's our Patreon people.
Woo woo.
And we will be back in
We appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
We'll be back in 15 seconds. I just told Jackie, I said we'll be back in 15 seconds. We got to hide underneath the desk.
Oh, yeah.
It's just empty. I don't know. But hey, thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate you. See you next week.
Next week we'll be at the gallery and we'll give away some stuff, and that'll be fun. But thank you guys so much. Have a good week.
Have a good week. Thanks.